And we're
And
live.
we are live. It's what's interesting about this, Terilee, is that you never know, right? You have everything planned and you just never know what, techie issues may come up as we launch. So we're delighted to be with you here today. Oh my goodness. I just cannot wait. This is one of my favorite things to talk about. We are delighted you are here. My name is Chella and I am a money relationship coach slash strategist slash consultant slash magic worker. And Terilee, what are you going to share about yourself today?
You've been expanding your title. You left out /Maven also.
I did.
Yes, you did. Her title keeps expanding. Can you imagine by next week, everybody? It's going to be fantastic.
Can you imagine by when we finish with this for 90 days where I'm going to be?
Chella's going to be wearing her crown next week. This is a whole other story, people. Okay. Anyway, I'm Terilee Harrison, everyone, and I am an online business networking expert trainer, and I just love networking. And I love doing Tuesdays Truths and Tips with Chella.
And we're today. So today our topic is, do you have a morning or daily routine? And we're just going to be totally transparent, and we're going to put the heart, because I have found that when you do, right, and some people say plan your day the night before so that you know what's ahead. Sometimes that works for me, sometimes it doesn't. But I can tell you that there's definitely 3 things that I do daily that help me stay on track with my day. And that is meditation. That's definitely at the top of my list. But even before I take a meditation, I do a little prayer, I'll do a little salutation, whatever you want to call it, where I just take 10 deep breaths. And I just am grateful and appreciate that I have another day, right? But it also allows me to connect with myself and with my body, right? That's my gift to myself. So I start that, but that's like a bonus. And then I start with my meditation, and then I do a journaling. And then I totally transparent. So I've been in a coaching program and they recommended we do this back in March, and I fought it all the way. But I'm very happy to say that I'm back and I'm doing this. And that is plan my morning. It's a 90-day planner. And this is very detailed because you go hour by hour by hour of what you're doing for the day. So any appointments that you have, any goals you're going to do, any connections, including how much water you're going to drink.
Oh my gosh, the water's in there.
The water's in here. Also, anything that time wasters, those are here.
Wait, you admit it after? You admit it after this was a time waste, or it's a time waste?
I admit it after, because I sometimes don't know if I'm going to be time wasting, right?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you don't, right? And so it really has helped me. I'm currently on day number 49. And I'm being faithful to it. But this has really, truly changed how I show up. And the other magic part about this is that you come up with a word. What's the word for the day?
Ooh. Okay. What's the word then for today, out of curiosity?
The look at her. Is this part of the truth? The word for today was courageous. So sometimes I say courageous, right? Because when you're courageous and you want to show up for your business, you show up for your business. And sometimes I say brave, and sometimes I say, gifted, whatever that kid, you know what I mean? So just whatever word means something to you. So that has been truly, truly for me, magical, because it's helping me stay on track. And have I done it every day? No. But I go back, right? Between this and my phone, I'm able to track, because I have all my appointments. I'm able to track. But it really is incredibly powerful when I'm able to do it every day. So that is my morning routine. And I got to say, since I started doing this, even though I fought it at the beginning, it's magical. I'm about to order another one of these babies, 90 days.
Hey, are you going to share the link in the comments so that some other people might be able to order it?
And actually, I'm going to do one better because I believe in giving you the best. I'm going to actually do another journal. So my coach recommended 2. So I'm going to test both of them. So and it's going to be coming in pretty soon. So before our 90 days are out, I'll definitely come back and share both. And also I will share that if you get hooked on one, and you want to order one like 4 times a year, there's a discount code that you'll be able to put in. I'm not making any money or any of that, but I'll definitely want to make a review. I've already tested 3 others, right? Because it's going to be one that's going to be a fit with you, whatever you're doing. So yes, I'm going to test out the other one. And then I'll come back and I'll share which one I preferred and what's the do's and don'ts for me, and then help you decide which one may work for you.
Okay. So was some of that part of that your truth? Like you were assigned that and you didn't like it, but you ended up doing it. Was that part of your truth? I think we have a lot of.
Well, that was part of the laziness. I was fighting. It just felt rigid to me when they said it. So they gave us sheets. So the other thing, and I'm not making excuses for myself, but we printed out the sheets, but it was not the same thing. For me, it just that didn't work, right? Because then you have to keep track of the sheets, and it was just complicated. It was bulky and complicated, and then I didn't want to do it anyways. So
Okay, that's good.
Folks, this is, we want you to learn from what we've done, right? So if I had to do it over, I definitely would get this first thing, right? I really would. And moving forward, my clients that choose to work with me, if they don't get a journal, they can't work with me. It is that important. It has been that crucial for my business. If you're not willing to spend the time, that's automatic. No, we don't need to be working together.
Wow.
That's how powerful.
Okay, that's good. That is good stuff. Okay, so let's talk about this because, well, you wake up super early anyway, right?
Well, sometimes, my schedule is a little odd. I can definitely say I go to bed early. That's for sure. My kids know better than to call me after 10 p.m. You're not getting me. If you call me after 10 p.m., you're not going to get a call. It's just not going to happen. So I do tend to go. And recently, just recently I've been getting up at 3, 4.
See, people, that's a little early. Okay, so let's chat about this because I think this is true life now for many people, and it's in looking at like our morning routine. Well, let's find out. Let's find out if I'm normal. I don't know, but that what I'm saying with that is the opportunity that I have to work across different time zones. So some mornings I wake up and like I'm on screen having to look good at 7, and sometimes it's 6. Sometimes we do 6, and it's like definitely pushing it. But then there's other mornings that like I don't have to be on screen till 9. So in my life, we operate here because we have to think of our family also. But we set an alarm Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. And so some days I'm up a little bit before the alarm. Some days I'm on camera quickly. So in those cases, do you give yourself grace to complete your morning routine, but it might be like at 10 o'clock when the initial calls are over? Like is it okay for us to be fluid? That's the question. Is it okay knowing that this is our life? Because balance doesn't always look like this, right? Do you agree?
Absolutely. Right. And that's a very good point. And that's a good one. So I would say about 80% of the time, my body wakes me up. So this week is perfect. So my first meeting that I have to be on camera. So not my first meeting when you take a phone, but first meeting I had to be on camera was 6 a.m. Right?
Yes.
So,
yes.
Right. So, but I would say 80% of the time I finish my routine before I do anything else.
Yeah, that's hot stuff.
I finish my routine before I turn on my phone or turn on my computer, right? So my routine is done. About 20% of the time, I do the meditation. So that's definitely go. I do my breaths. And then the journaling and my handy dandy journaling, that I will do between meetings.
Okay. So would you say, this is permission for Terilee too, but would you say that we can, as long as we're getting it done and whatever it is flowing for our life, that works? Can we give ourselves permission for that? Is that
Oh,
Or do I suddenly not need to start getting up at 4:30? You know what I'm saying?
absolutely not. No, no, folks, not 4:30 right now. That's not the norm for me. That's not the norm. I mean, I would say that's the norm for me, like at least twice a week. That's the norm. But if I had a choice, I would be up at 6.
Yeah.
Right?
Right?
I'd be up. And let me another truth. I know you're not asking for all these truths, folks, but
Yeah.
on weekend, she's like, and I've been playing this game on Facebook, two truths and one lie. So now people are going to know everything about me now. But on weekends, when I don't have calls and I don't have meetings, I don't set my alarm. I don't do any of that. I can stay in bed until 10.
Oh, I love that. Good for you.
Right?
Yes.
Because my body is, it's just, I don't fight it. I don't fight it. But during the week, and right now I do work on Saturdays. I do have a couple of clients on Saturday, but I don't, it's not so strict. I say, and maybe for some folks, doing this the night before is going to work for them.
Okay, that's some good flexibility thinking there.
Right. Because if you plan your day, and some people do, some people plan their day. Some people know what they're going to do the following morning. So, and maybe you can split it up. Maybe you can do some the night before, and then maybe you can do this. I enjoy the meditation in the morning because it just helps me to get grounded, and it helps me to have a better day. So, Terry, let's turn the tables. So, what is your morning routine?
Okay, I'm going to be really transparent now. Are you ready? Here's the truth. And by the way, Adil and Anil are both watching live, and we want to invite you if you want to share your routines. If you're willing to do it, pop it below. But this is the truth, Chella. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Oh gosh, everyone! I've gotten like super lazy this week, and you know what I'm doing? I've even shifted my showers. I'm like, this is like I rolled out of bed today. Seriously. And like changed my shirt through like this is me out of bed with a little bit seriously. And like I'm gonna shower like at 10:30 in the morning, but it meant that I wasn't rushing around like a mad woman getting ready for the first call. And so like that's really the truth. And whether you think I can pull it off or not, you think I can pull it off or not, but it's been less stressful. It's been less stressful. And the truth is, if I want to yoga when I'm at my first morning break between calls, it's perfect, if you will, because I can stop and do my yoga and shower and go on with my day. So I'm not going to say I'm going to do this every day, but I've been experimenting myself on this. And I think we need to honor ourselves and not be all stressed out, right?
Absolutely, right. And if doing 3 things in the morning is just getting up and drinking your cup of coffee is what you want to do because that's your time with yourself, then that's what you got to do. And listen, there's been plenty of times where that's all I could do. I was just talking about that this morning. There was a point in time where I lived on coffee. Right, forget the meditation. I could have 5 cups of coffee for the day, and that's it.
Wow.
So I know, right? So no, but that's the important. It's like it's not about doing it the Chella way or doing the Terilee way. It's whatever is going to fit with their schedule. Planning your day the night before, that could be a way to go for some people, right? And especially right now, right? Because there's so many opportunities for people to network all over. Right? So we know some people that are getting up at 2:00 in the morning, 4:00 in the morning to go to networking events.
We do, and we try to not raise your hand, Chella, if we try not to do that. Like it's right.
Well,
oh, you've been doing it?
I well, you know one of my coaches, and you know that he's in the UK. Happy Tuesday, Lachelle. And he's and he had a special call for his members. Okay. And the special call was at 2 a.m.
And you did it.
And he did it for 2.5 hours. So I was up listening from 2 to 4:30. I shut the computer off and I took a nap. That was heavy duty. I don't do that very often. I really don't.
And I don't either. Like people will ask me about things and I am very selective about that. So let's talk about this in our global networking we're doing expanding our schedule. What does that do with your balance? And by the way, Adil, who we know is in Pakistan, but does a lot of networking, he says nowadays his new morning routine is actually sleeping because of his work timing, right? Because he's up at night and sleeping. So you're going to have your own routine. I would like to know Lachelle's routine also as a mom of 15 with 8 being homeschooled right now. So Lachelle, drop it. We want to see it. Yep. We just want to see that. Okay. Okay. So we know that our schedules can be nuts. We know we want to be particular about what we select. We can't be operating on fumes. We cannot be operating on fumes, right? And making wise choices and seeing what replays we can do when we can do a replay. I think that we need to give ourselves permission. I found okay, here's my truth. Okay, so 2 months ago, we were doing 3-day summits. Okay, we were doing 3-day summits. You know this, I'm sure you will remember well. But it ended up that like at the end of the week after, I was not feeling good at all. And I couldn't figure out what the heck, but you know what? My husband had been sick like one night. We had 3 nights of summits. So I had like no sleep hardly for 4 nights. And then that 5th night, I was so amped up from the previous schedule that I couldn't sleep. So, and then 5 days later, I'm wondering why I'm feeling bad. Well, okay, we must. So that wasn't the reason why we went to a 1-day summit, but it's helpful for all. This isn't good for all of us. So we must.
So we just want to encourage you to find what works for you, right? Yeah. And this has been a long time coming for me. One, I don't have kids, right? And so it's not like I have to take care of kids. It's not like I have to go to school, because when I was a mom, there was no such thing as a morning routine for me. Yeah. The morning routine was get the kids ready, pack up the lunches, do what you got to do, and then go out, right? So there is no.
Okay, here's Lachelle's schedule. The mom of 15 with 8 in homeschool. She works mostly in the evening. So I do know she's up early. So 6 a.m. She works. That makes sense. So she's available between like 7:15 and 3 p.m. probably for kids and maybe some business too. But and then she works in the evening. I get it. Gotcha. But she hardly sleeps too. She's on fumes also.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's about what's going to work for you, but also knowing, one, giving yourself grace. There is no right or wrong way to do it. It's what's going to work for you. But I do know that having a routine of some sort can help you stay organized, help you take care of yourself so you're getting some rest, and is going to help you be more productive. And that's ultimately, for me, the shift that has been made. Because when I stick to that rule and to that guideline, and it works for me, but I've been practicing this now for, at least 5 years. Right. So this is something, it's been a long time coming. So I really don't expect anybody that doesn't have a routine now to jump into and do this right now.
Mm-hmm. I thought this was important, and we should give naps their full, they need all the promotion that they can get. I think this is super important. Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you folks, I can take a nap at a drop of a hat. I just train my body to do that. I really have, right? Because if your body's tired, a nice nap during the day, it's going to help you to recharge. So there is no right or wrong way of doing it. It's whatever's going to fit, but create one that's going to help you. If it means taking a nap, I consider that as part of the routine, right? If it just means that you take a nap and you refresh, fabulous. That's what you need. That's what your body needs at this point in time. So compassion, grace, and simply allow whatever is the right thing for you and for your body and your family. Everybody's going to be different.
Yes, it's so true. We all have a different situation. And I think that things have shifted for so many with their work and their schedule and the opportunities. I'm not so sure so many of us were operating across different time zones to the extent we are now. Yeah. And it's not that those opportunities weren't there. It's just that I don't think many of us were embracing it to the way that we're able to now. And so we must look at all these things. Set boundaries. If you do live if you have your family, we must set our boundaries and communicate well. You know, we don't want to have a disaster in our relationship because we're like working too much and we're not communicating what's happening, right? So communicating well, getting that rest, getting your nap, getting your hydration, right? All those things. All those things. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's been a delight being here with you all today. We look forward to your comments, your suggestions, your questions, and we're here to support you, right? We're here to help you. We're coming in here, we're sharing because we want you to take action, get inspired and take action, whatever that may look like for you.
So good. So good. So, Chella, I have no idea what we're talking about next week, but we'll be ready. And I would like to thank my internet for allowing me to be with you today.
We're thanking the internet. It's come to that. That is awesome. That is phenomenal. Yeah, it's been great, folks. If you have any questions for us, any subjects you want us to cover, we are here for you. We want to empower you. We want to inspire you to take action so that you can set yourself up for the best 2021.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week. And who knows? Today we dropped a lot of truths. So let's see how many truths we drop next week. Everyone have a fantastic week. We'll see you then. Thanks, Chella.